Okay, here we go with track number 7, nice and simple backing track. It's a kind of status quo style blues, 12-bar blues in G. So we're going to be using G5, C5 and D5, which is going to be these chords. G5, 3rd fret low E, 5th fret A. Then we're going to have 3rd fret A, 5th fret D, and then same, a tone up. The D5 is going to be 5th fret A and 7th fret D. And we're going to do our regular. So those of you who don't know that, and I'm sure you all do, we're going to be playing 8s like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then we're going to do 2 on, sorry, it's going to have 2 of these like this. Then this goes on for 1, the little finger goes on a tone up of the 2nd string along, and then back off again. So you get 2 without, 1 with, 3 without, okay, 1 with, 1 without. And then that figure will play through all the chords. Up to the C5. Back to the G5, 2 bars. D5 for a bar. C5 for a bar. G5 for 2 bars, no turnaround. And this starts off with a very simple figure. Well, that which is open E, 1st E, 2nd E, E, F, F sharp, and into the chord. And so on. So very, very simple backing track there. I'll just do a little demonstration along with the old backing track, and then we'll move on to some lead. Okay, for this track, the soloing ideas are going to be based around the slide. Okay, I use a little Perspex slide. I smashed my one at home. I can't remember, it dropped off or something, so I went and bought one this morning. And it's a little bit thinner and it seems to work fine. So I pop it on the 3rd finger like that. Now, this guitar is completely and totally not set up for slide. The action's too low and the strings are too light. But I'm still going to use it because I'm going to show you a way that even if you've got a guitar that's not set up perfectly for slide, the way you can kind of make it work. And the way that is to do is either to be on the back pickup and have the tone off to take the kind of zinginess off the strings, or if you don't have a tone control like I don't on this, use the front pickup. Okay? Then that way it kind of makes it makes a kind of a smoother sound and kind of gets rid of that rattle. The other thing to do as well, you'll notice if you don't have your fingers behind the slide when you play it, you get more of that zing. I don't know if you can hear that. If you put your fingers and rest them behind it, it tends to get rid of it. Okay, now, I'm not really a slide player, but I've got a little way that I kind of mug my way around the chords, and I'll show you what it is. In a tune like this, where I'm playing these chords, which is G, C and D, I'll use 2 basic chord shapes to get around. So when I'm playing the first chord being the G, it will be this chord here, and I'm going to play it with 2 fingers because I've got my slide on, which you may notice as being the A, kind of A shape. And then what you do is, then I'll slide from the minor 3rd to the major 3rd to the root, which is going 11 to 12 on the B and then landing on that 12th fret G. Then what I'll do is I'll go a tone below that for the 7th. And then what I'll do is I'll go to what they call the sus4, which is a semitone above that 3rd. And I learned that from Joe Wall, so you go. So either side of that 3rd, so 13 on the B, 11 on the B, slide into 12. And what I'm doing there is going, sliding from that 10 to the 12, and then slide from 10 to the 12 on the D. So I'll do that. Then the other basic chord shape I'll use is the regular G up here. And I'll just use the top part of it. And you notice how I'm sliding into that. Okay, also for the G, I'll use that same thing from this one here, but down the bottom, okay? And then I'll slide from the 3rd fret to the 4th. So as again. And then maybe mixing a bit of open D string with it as well, which is the 5th. Now, if you basically learn that concept around all 3 chords, so for the C, we'll have this one. That'll be for the C, back to the G. Then we learn it the same for the D. C. And then we've got a nice little sort of slide thing that we can play. So, like I say, I'm not really a slide player, but that's my way of kind of mugging my way around it. So I'll do a little solo for you. And if it sounds anything like slide, then, you know, feel free to copy it. Okay, hopefully you saw me do something that sounded like slide there, or certainly this backing track is a good way to practice it. And you'll be able to do it on a regular electric guitar now, providing you follow the advice on the pickup selection and what have you. So there you go with some slide.